Of the State of Ohio versus Marcus Williams, case number 24 CR 41445. Present before the court is Mr. Williams, right?
Yes, sir.
Represented by Mr. Brenner. We have Mr. View from the prosecutor's office, and Officer Atkins, or Dr. Atkins, our forensic monitor, is also here. We are sort of for a status conference. Court put down an entry. We have received sort of an informal request for the defendant to move to Franklin County. Dr. Atkins, what do we know?
Yes, at this point, we are working with Franklin County's board to get approval for him to be permitted to live in the county. Whenever someone is going to move to another county, there has to be permission for that other county to accept the case. Franklin County at this point has said yes with a couple stipulations. However, that may take several months for everything to be put into place for him to be able to make that transition.
What does that transition look like?
The transition would look like there would be a basically what they call a warm handoff between the treatment providers, because he would switch from GCB, which we use, to the agency that Franklin County uses. A new treatment plan as well as conditional release plan would be developed to match the county that he's residing in. That county and that forensic monitor would report to myself monthly. And if there were any concerns, they would report sooner than that, and then I would make the reports to the court. Initially, he would be expected to live with his mother as long as that continues to be acceptable to his mother. He would live with his mother. Any change of residence at all would be expected to go through the court. So they would let me know, I would notify you, and it would be determined if that was approved. He has reported that if something were to occur that he could no longer stay with his mother, he is hopeful that his job will transfer to Franklin County, which would then allow him the opportunity to potentially get an apartment of his own. He also has other family members in that area that he could potentially stay with. Again, at that point, if that came up, we would have to check those places out, make sure it was acceptable with the court prior to approving anything.
Mr. View, anything from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Brenner?
Your Honor, I know we've been asking for this for quite some time. Mr. Williams did indicate to me that his job, he is able to transfer to Franklin County. The plan would be for him to live with his mom. I think his mom has some health issues. He has other family in that area. Now, I know this is something he's been wanting for a while. I did discuss with him the need to make sure he's compliant, obviously with all the conditions and the expectations. And again, I know this is something that he and his family are really looking forward to.
What do you want to tell me, Mr. Williams?
I just really want to get back to Columbus because I have a daughter, an 8-year-old daughter that's there. I just wanted to go back and take care of her. Right now I'm getting visitation rights. And my mom, she does have blood clots. So I just want to get back there and try to make sure my family's all right. And that's where I'm from. I got a lot of support there. All my family's there. I have cousins, aunties that make sure that I'm okay. If I need help with anything, like I said, my job did tell me that they could transfer me there. So I just feel like it'd be better for me to be out there with support, with a support system.
So here's where we're at, Mr. Williams. You know, when someone is found to be not guilty by reason of insanity,
Yes, sir.
it is a very complicated process.
Yes, sir.
And I've been doing this for 20 years now, okay? And I know, because I used to do the kind of work that Mr. Brenner does, so I know what it's like to represent somebody on a case that is not guilty by reason of insanity. And everybody all they hear is not guilty. And they sort of think to themselves, well, I'm not guilty, so I shouldn't have all these rules to live by, and I shouldn't have to do all of those things. What they don't understand, Mr. Williams, is not guilty by reason of insanity places you under the supervision of the court for, in your case, 17 some odd years. That means that I have somebody that I have supervised since 1988. I have been supervising this person on my docket. So as the case gets older and older, you tend to have less and less of an interest in the things that I tell you to do. The conditional release plan sort of falls by the wayside. you have been adjudicated to be a person who is mentally ill, subject to hospitalization. And what that means is that I have to put together a plan that not only looks out for you, but also looks out for my community.
Yes, sir.
I also am looking out for the Franklin County community,
Yes, sir.
maybe to a lesser extent, but we won't tell them that. And I have to balance all of these things together. And then we have all of this bureaucracy that we have, because you have to be monitored.
Yes, sir.
And Dr. Atkins is monitoring you now. If you want to transfer to Franklin County, it doesn't mean anything to me. I'm okay with it, but it means that there has to be the same level of monitoring in Columbus that there is here in Warren County.
Yes, sir.
We have a conditional release plan. That is the rule book that allows you to be in the community. And either follow that conditional release plan or you don't. And if you don't, you go back to the hospital. You've sort of been through that route before. I wish there was a better option, but there's really not. This is not the kind of case where you'd be like, oh, I don't want to follow your rules anymore. I will just serve out my sentence. This is not that kind of case.
I understand, sir.
So between now and the time that this gets approved, assuming it gets approved, and I'm sure Mr. Brenner has already told you this, your behavior is very critical at this point. And if you're following all the rules and you're not making a pest of yourself in terms of, oh, I got a last minute thing that I got to do here, but then I want to stay a little bit longer, and all of your travel arrangements, they still have to be approved.
Yes, sir.
And it is in your best interest to show everybody what it's like when Marcus Williams is on his best behavior.
Yes, sir.
That's a really good idea for you between now and the time that, this could take several months. It might take into the fall, maybe into the winter. And I know that you sort of think to yourself, well, it shouldn't really be that big of a deal. It is a big deal. Everybody is surprised, no one more than me, that Franklin County is even interested in taking this up. So I'm going to set this for a review hearing probably end of August so that we can just see where we're at. It may be that sometime between now and August I get a letter from Dr. Atkins that says, hey, everything's in place. We have a new conditional release plan, the warm handoff, whatever they call it, all of that's going to take place, and I can do that by entry. But we're still going to have a hearing in August, and we're going to still have regular hearings, because you need to understand, as my granddaughter would say, Mr. Williams, I'm still the boss of you. And it doesn't matter where you are in the state of Ohio, I'm still the boss of this case, and I'm going to determine under what conditions you move about the state. I'm happy to continue to be liberal about that, as I have been, which I am generally speaking for my conditional release people. Hey, I want to do this. The treatment team says it's okay. I generally say yes to that, but I don't have to, Mr. Williams.
I understand.
And if I get the sense that you're getting to be difficult in this case, then you're going to start hearing no from me, and it might be for no other reason than you're just making everybody's life difficult. Don't make people's life difficult. Make people's life easier, then your life will be easier.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Anything else for today?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
All right. I don't. I'll probably put down an entry that just says that we were here and we talked. So I'll take care of that part, Mr. View.
Okay.
And Ms. Ida will reach out and we'll get you dates sometime in August.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? All right. That's all.
Okay, so things are in the works.
A man's behind bars after home invasion in South Lebanon. Police say that he broke into a home before fleeing and leading them on a chase.
Brittany Harry is live at the Warren County Sheriff's Office with this story.
Well, yeah, so the suspect is behind bars here at the Warren County Jail, and I spoke to the victims tonight. Now, they graciously invited me into their home and really told me everything about what occurred, but didn't want to do any on-camera interviews at this time because really they're still traumatized by what happened. They say that they want this to serve as a reminder to never get too comfortable and make sure your home is secure. This is Marcus Williams. He's behind bars in Warren County right now, accused of breaking into a home last month. The 25-year-old was arraigned today. This is video of his arrest. He's facing multiple charges, including felonious assault, aggravated burglary, endangering children, and interference with custody. The Warren County Sheriff's Office says Williams targeted a random home on Vista Ridge Drive where he just walked in with his 5-year-old daughter, said some items in the home needed to be removed, and attacked a man inside, causing injuries as he was trying to get him to leave. The man's wife ran to call 911 and protect their children before escaping to a neighbor's house for help. As the suspect fled, he injured the neighbor and wife, too. Williams' child and mother were in the car, and according to the victims, they were at their house as well. The Warren County Sheriff's Office says deputies made contact with Williams in Waynesville, where he initially tried to flee, but they eventually caught up to him. So according to that police report, Williams also failed to return his daughter to her mother in a custody situation that was going on out of Columbus. Now, the victims tell me that they believe that Williams was trying to hide out in their home. For now, I'm reporting live.